is there a difference between a faith-driven millionaire and just a millionaire? And let's begin by, how do you invest like a millionaire? Usually you have to start at some place. We always recommend that a investor start as early as they can. Grayson, chart after chart that's shown investors maybe starting at 25, 35 versus 45. Can you tell them kind of what that chart looks like?
Absolutely, and just like what you said a little bit earlier, it's just about starting as soon as you can. If you're 25 years old, you need to start as soon as you can. If you're 45 years old, you need to start as soon as you can. Don't let the fact that you're a little bit behind the curve get you discouraged so that you don't do any investing. But the younger you are, the better. The earlier you can start, the better, because you'll allow that compounding to work for you, and your money is going to reinvest itself instead of you having to put a bunch of your income towards it.
Grayson, many years ago, I had a young man that came to me when I was first starting out in the investment business back in the late 80s. And he had just graduated college and he started investing. And this guy is still a client today, and his portfolio from doing, systematic investing, a little bit here, a little bit there, and building this has grown to be where his portfolio today is worth a good bit more than $1 million. And it just took systematic investing. When things look like it's getting bad, what he would do is want to add more money to that portfolio. And it pays off to start as early as you can and not really concentrate when you're first starting on timing the market. Just get your investments in the market, get them invested, and just really look for times when you can invest a little bit more money. Maybe if the market pulls back 15, 20%, hey, this may be a chance for me to add another $100, $200 to my investments. Grayson, what do you think about people that start now? What should they do about possible selling?
When you're starting out, really the best thing to do is just not to panic. That's pretty much the worst thing people do. And we have story after story of the market getting a little bit ugly, and maybe it continues to get ugly for a year or two, and people are wanting to hold on because you're telling them to, and then all of a sudden they're saying, oh man, I've worked my entire life for this money, I'm just watching it all bleed away, and then they sell everything, and next thing you know, the market ends up turning back around. That's about the worst thing you can do, is sell out at the bottom of the market or when it's declining. So really just try your best to stay the course and trust the process that it will end up turning back around again, and there are brighter days ahead.
Let me give you another scenario. I've also had people come to me and they start real late in life. They start maybe investing at 50, 55, and they're looking at, hey man, I'm going to be retiring in 10 years. And they have to put a whole lot of money in to try to build up a retirement nest egg because they started so late. So really what you should get out of this, if you're going to invest like a millionaire, you need to start as early as you possibly can. You need to continue investing through good times, through bad times, because once you're investing, even during the bad times, you're buying whatever ETF, mutual fund, you're buying it at a cheaper price, and it's going to pay off for you in the long haul. But Grayson, there's so many people out there that say, okay, is there a difference between the faith-driven investor versus a regular millionaire? And there is a big difference. The first thing you need to look at is the spiritual aspect of it. If you really believe God owns it all, and the Bible tells us that he does God want his money, his assets invested into companies that do things that are contrary to his word? So a faith-driven millionaire, what they're going to do is they're going to look for investments that align their values with their investments, and they're out there, and you don't really have to suffer on returns, but it's a great way, if you're a Christian, to get started. Find a mutual fund ETF that is biblically responsible, and just get started somewhere, somehow, get your money invested. Grayson, is there anything else that the people that are watching this video, what they need to know?
Yeah, due diligence is very important. People will always have an opinion for you. They'll tell you to buy into Pepe coin for all you know, and maybe that's a good investment, maybe it isn't. But really, you need to be sure about what's going on before you get into something. You don't just need to go blindly into an investment, especially one that isn't very well trusted.
You know, one of the things too, Grayson, that you should consider is that you need to spend time planning this out, doing this due diligence. You know, so many people out there will spend more time thinking about what they should name their abode than their financial future. So if you're going to invest like a faith-driven millionaire, you actually need to do some planning. You need to do your due diligence. You need to have a systematic investment style, and you need to invest for growth. If you do that, time is on your side. Until next time, God bless you.